North Korea's Kim Jong-un issues threats and olive branch. North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has said a nuclear launch button is always on my table and warned the US it will never be able to start a war. In a televised New Year's speech, he said the entire US was within range of North Korean nuclear weapons, adding, "This is reality, not a threat." But he also offered a potential olive branch to South Korea, suggesting he was open to dialogue. North Korea may also send a team to the Winter Olympics in Seoul, he said. North Korea has come under increased criticism and sanctions over the past year because of its nuclear weapons program and repeated testing of conventional missiles. It claims to have a fully deployable nuclear weapon, though there is still some international skepticism about its true capacity to carry out such an attack. In his speech, Mr. Kim re-emphasized his focus on the weapons program, but implied the country still has a few stages left to go before achieving its ambitions. North Korea must mass-produce nuclear warheads and ballistic missiles and speed up their deployment, he said. While his language against the US remained tough, Mr. Kim did not employ his typically antagonistic tone when speaking about his neighbors in South Korea. The year 2018 is a significant year for both the North and the South, with the North marking the 70th anniversary of its birth and the South hosting the Winter Olympics. We should melt the frozen North-South relations, thus adorning this meaningful year as a year to be specially recorded in the history of the nation, he said. A spokesperson for the South Korean president said their office had always stated our willingness to talk with North Korea at any time and anywhere. We hope the two Koreas will sit down and find a solution to lower tensions and establish peace on the Korean peninsula. Youngshik Daniel Bong, a research fellow at Yonsei Institute for North Korean Studies, told the BBC that addressing the South was a marked change from the norm for Mr. Kim. North Korea usually ignores South Korea, maintaining the position that as a nuclear power it will deal with the US on its own, said Mr. Bong. It appears that by engaging the South, he hopes to create an estrangement between South Korea and the US. The analyst also said that Mr. Kim could be seeking to improve ties to offer some respite from the growing economic pressures from the recent UN sanctions. Mr. Kim also said he would also consider sending a delegation to the Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea, in February, a gesture which South Korea has previously suggested would be welcome. North Korea's participation in the Winter Games will be a good opportunity to show unity of the people and we wish the Games will be a success, he said. Officials from the two Koreas may urgently meet to discuss the possibility. The president of the Pyeongchang Games Organizing Committee, Hee-beom, told South Korea's news agency Yonhap he was delighted to hear of the potential participation. The committee enthusiastically welcomes it. It's like a New Year's gift, he said. The only two North Korean athletes who qualified for the Games are figure skaters Ryom Tae-ok and Kim Joo-sik. Although the North has missed the official deadline to confirm their participation, the skaters could still compete with an invitation by the International Olympic Committee. South Korea's President Moon Jae-in last month suggested delaying an annual joint military drill with U.S. troops until after the Games. The North usually denounces any such exercises as a rehearsal for war.